Conway, partner, Pfeiffer, Wolf, Carr, Kane, and Conway. So let's go ahead and begin with our first speaker, Joe Pfeiffer, managing partner, Pfeiffer, Wolf, Carr, Kane, and Conway. Go ahead, Joe.
Good afternoon. Welcome to this news event organized by my law firm, Pfeiffer, Wolf, Carr, Kane, and Conway. Today, we filed a civil rights lawsuit on behalf of Herb Washington, a college track star at Michigan State University, former Oakland A's player, community leader, and one of the most notable success stories in Black American business. Herb is a bona fide Black American Business Hall of Famer, having amassed the largest number of McDonald stores of any Black owner in U.S. history. You will hear from Herb Washington in a few minutes.
What I want Blacks to pay attention to is there's a consistent theme for franchise owners and Black business entrepreneurs, right? That consistent theme is that majority of Black entrepreneurs come from the entertainment industry, unlike their white counterparts who might have came through the business and through learning business or business school and was able to acquire financing to get them in McDonald's. Blacks do not have that option. That's why you have the slang or the rap where Biggie said that the only way you making it out is you got a quick or wicked jump shot or you slanging crack rock. Because basically, entertainers are those who make it out of our community. And then when those athletes trying to retire and maintain a lifestyle, they really don't know business. So they try to buy a franchise, an already established business that they don't have to build. And that is where these Europeans take advantage of them at. Because there really are athletes, not really business people, but the real Black business people don't have access to capital. So you have to be an entertainer or an athlete in order to get access to capital if you're Black in America.
The civil rights lawsuit filed today details how McDonald's redlines Black owners into stores in distressed, predominantly Black neighborhoods, which, as McDonald's knew well, yield considerably less profit than stores in more affluent communities. And now, McDonald's is driving Black franchisees out of its system. In Herb Washington, McDonald's met a force it cannot silence, forcing him to sell 7 stores in the last 3 years, and in every case, to white owners. You heard that right. Every single one of the stores McDonald's forced Herb Washington to sell ended up in the hands of white owners.
Let's be clear, Black people. This is what I meant when I spoke about Deion Sanders as well, how they benefit off the civil rights movement, and they always refer back to Black people for their support in order to rally us when they're discriminated against, but yet when they're making these millions of dollars, they feel they have no obligation to return to the community and rebuild our community. But every time they feel they are discriminated against when it comes to opportunities that the majority of Blacks are not afforded, they want us to rally to their support and use it as a civil rights cause. But what about those of us who do not go to the NBA, the Major League Baseball, who do not play football? What about those entrepreneurs? Do they deserve access to capital? Do they deserve these type of rights? See, this is the thing. They want you to pull behind them, pull your resources, rally behind these Black people being discriminated, but they don't feel any obligation to come back to the community when they get their careers and build our community. The same is with Deion Sanders. Yes, you are obligated to come back to your community and build something once you have made it. How wealthy you have to be there? Greedy. That's why we can't follow celebrities and athletes. Let's just be clear about that. And the reason why he was able to build his business with McDonald's is because he went against all the other Black franchisees, so they was giving the franchisees to him when the other blacks were rebelling.
Thank you for joining us today. This is a day that I hoped would never have to happen. After 40 years in the McDonald system, I always held out hope that they would live up to their promises and put an end to the two-tier system, one that is designed for white owners to flourish and grow, another designed to pigeonhole and oppress Black owners like me. I believe that McDonald's was going to do the right thing. They said they would. I believe that McDonald's was going to fix the rents disparity between Blacks and whites. I believe McDonald's when they said that they were going to fix the cash flow gap between Blacks and whites. I believe McDonald's when they said they would fix the sales disparity from Black restaurants to whites. I believe McDonald's when they said that Black owners could own restaurants in any community in the United States. I believe that. However, the culture at McDonald's has not changed. They don't listen. And the only time McDonald's does things for Black folk is when they're forced to. Think about McDonald's culture. Hell, they stole the franchise.
I want us to think about what this man just said. He been with McDonald's for 40 years, right? So he said, I believed them when they said they would change all these things. This is Black people issue. You have faith in white people. Your religion is white people. 40 years of non-change. 40 years, you believe them for 40 years, right? So without without McDonald's showing any effort, you believe that they would change just off them telling you this, and they're constantly ripping you off for 40 years because Black people have this inferiority complex when it comes to dealing with white people. How you let somebody mistreat you for 40 years and you just not speaking up? But see, because you don't have the business vernacular to launch your own franchise, to launch your own business, you was dependent on these Europeans, and they could do you any type of way they choose to do you because you don't want to build a strong Black community. But every time these people mistreat you, you want to come back to that same Black community, right, to gain our support. But McDonald's only allow Black franchisees to take money out of Black communities. They telling you you can't go into white communities and get any white money. We allow you to get a portion of the Black folks' money.
Instead, the situation today is that McDonald's has targeted me for extinction. The Arches are in full-scale retaliation mode against me. In the last 3 years, as you've heard, I've been forced to sell 7 of my restaurants, all of which ended up in the hands of white owners. But that wasn't enough. Now McDonald's is coming for the rest of my stores or restaurants, and I will no longer give up my seat on the bus for white franchisees. One of the stores that they're forcing me to sell was the focus of a protest in the 1960s. It was one of the stores at the heart of the fight that forced McDonald's to finally allow Black owners in their ranks. It's okay to come buy the food and help them to be wealthy. We had to fight for ownership of McDonald franchises.
And this is my point exactly. He was able to own the McDonald's due to civil rights movement, due to Blacks going out in the streets, protesting, being kicked, beaten. He was able to play in the in Major League Baseball due to black people protesting, boycotting, being beat, tortured, all these things that he was able to benefit off of came from the struggle of our people in their entirety, not his individual effort. This is what we have to understand as a people. Collectively, we got him in that position. That was a collective effort. And in order to get them from harming him and discriminating against him, he's trying to get our collective support. But we did not have his support when he benefited from all the things that came about due to our civil rights struggle. Let's be clear about that. So, and another issue is he's not with the other black dudes on the lawsuit. See, because he told you the truth. He said he will no longer sit at the back of the bus for the white franchisees, because when them other black franchisees were going through this, trying to stand up for that, he did not stand with them. And what they was doing was they was using him as the token Negro, giving him the stores that they was taking from the black people, so it didn't seem at the time that they was just taking it from the black franchisees. They was using him. The reason why he's in this predicament is because he was not unified with the other black franchisees. Understand, black people, majority of the reason why we are in this condition is because of a lack of unity, because of a lack of collective effort, because every man is looking out for himself. And what end up happening is every man end up getting played.